is, so in signals and system, in the first module, if you observe, I started with the introduction. Then what is the definition of a signal? What is a system? Then I have made you explained you the different classification of signal like odd, even, power, energy, discrete, continuous, and so on. And then the basic operation on signals. Then what are these elementary signals like impulse, unit step, those kind of things. And then the properties of system like stable, memory, causal. So these are the basic things which you have studied in module 1. If you go to module 2, about LTI system we have discussed. In module 2, we have discussed particularly about this convolution, about time domain convolution, then what we have studied there, then continuous time and in discrete time, then impulse response representation. How do you view it as a system? Then properties of IRR, then differential and difference equation like forced response and natural response. Okay. So those things we have seen in module 3, module 2. In module 3, like Fourier representation of signals, particularly we have concentrated on discrete time Fourier series and continuous Fourier series, and we have solved some problems on it. Okay. So these things we have discussed in module 3. So in module 2, I have left self-learning component. I did not explain that. So in this class, what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve some two problems on convolution so that you'll get used to it. And then we will go to the self-learning component and then solve some problems with respect to that. I know self-learning is what you have to do, but don't worry, I'll give some basic idea so that it will be helpful for you when you apply those things. Okay. So let's see some problems in convolution. So as I have explained you, where is convolution used? What is the intuition behind convolution? If you go back, you remember the intuition behind convolution is that you have two signals. What you are doing is you are keeping one signal as it is. So it is like your house's window where grills will be remain constant. Okay, grills will not move in a window system of your house. So that grills is like the red signal which I have shown here. So that signal will be constant, and another signal, it will move like a window. Then you have to calculate what is the area of overlapping. So that is nothing but your convolution. So where do we apply those things? We apply convolution for filtering and many more. Okay. So in time domain convolution is nothing but multiplication in your frequency domain. So there are a lot more application I have explained you. So now let us solve some two problems with respect to this convolution, and then we will go to our self learning component, which is direct form 1 and direct form 2. Okay, and then we will wrap it up for today. Okay, so what is the question here? First thing, you have to understand the question. So in the question, he has asked you compute the convolution. So compute y of t is equal to x of t convolution h of t. Okay. Don't observe the whatever I have drawn. What I have drawn before because it saves time for me and I can explain you properly. Okay. So I have drawn before. Otherwise, if I keep on drawing, it takes one full class to draw properly. Okay. So this will be helpful for you as a reference notes also. So I thought like let it be neat and let me explain you properly. So please concentrate here. Okay. So compute the convolution y of t is equal to x of t convolution h of t. So x of t he has given and h of t he has given. So what is your x of t? It is equal to -1 in the range -1 to 0, then 2 in the range 0 to 1 and is equal to 0 otherwise. So what can we draw? What conclusion can we draw from the given question? We can draw this signal directly. Okay. So -1, 0 and 1. So -1, 0 and 1. from -1 to 0, what is the value? It is -1. Then from 0 to 1, what is the value? It is 2. Then it is 0 otherwise. So all others, it is 0. Okay. So that from that question, I have drawn this signal x of tau. So this is your x of tau. Why I have taken x of tau, I'll explain you, don't worry. Then second thing what he has given, h of t is equal to 3u of minus t plus 1 is equal to 0 otherwise. So what conclusion we can draw? First we have to write the mathematical expression for it, since it is not given directly a value like x of t is equal to -1, this range. So h of t is equal to 3 for minus t plus 1 is greater than 0, and you take 1 to the right hand side, so it will become minus t greater than or equal to -1. So then you can do it as like t lesser than or equal to 1. Okay, so this step mathematical expression, I have basics of signals you have learned, so I have written properly here, that's it. Okay, so we have written the expression. So what is the expression for convolution? Y of t is equal to x of t convolution h of t is equal to integral. Why integral? Because they have given for continuous time signal t, integral minus infinity to infinity x of tau into h of t minus tau d tau. So what we are doing here? So we have x of tau here, then h of t minus tau d tau. So this is our expression. Okay, so we have our convolution expression as y of t is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x of tau into h of t minus tau d tau. So what is our x of tau? X of tau is this signal. Instead of x of t, I have written x of tau. But what we have here, we have the expression for h of t, but we want h of t minus tau. So let me take this as h of tau and plot it. So this, whatever I have plot, it is for h of tau. H of t is equal to 3 for t less than or equal to 1. So using this one, I have plotted this one. So t less than or equal to 1, h of tau is equal to 3. Then what we want in the expression? H of t minus tau. So let me do this minus tau. So h of minus tau, it is just like folding the signal. So 1 to 3, you fold it. So -1 to 3, you just keep like a mirror here. That is nothing but you are folding. So h of minus tau is -1 to 3. Then what do you want here from the expression? We want h of t minus tau. So h of t minus tau, for this expression only, if you add t in the axis, it's enough. So that will give you h of t minus tau. So your axis changed from -1 to t minus 1. So that is your t minus tau. So what have you? So if they ask you in the exam, compute the convolution of two signal, what you have to do? One signal you have to make it a constant. The second signal you have to move. Always make sure that which is bounded, you make it remain constant, and which is unbounded. So here you can see it proceeds right up to infinity. So this one you take it as moving signal. Okay, always keep that in mind so that it will be helpful for you while solving the problem. Then write the mathematical expression. Then according to this convolution equation, what we want? X of tau we have got, and h of t minus tau we have got. Then what we have to do? We have to find the area for different cases, as I told you. So this is your first signal and this is your second signal. According to convolution, one signal like idle, like a rock, you are maintaining like a rock and moving the other signal, like in your house windows will be there, right? You imagine that that is a perfect example. So this x of tau is the grills of your house, and this h of tau is the window of your house, so that you can move this around the grills. Okay, so for different cases we are going to move this window here. Okay, so let me take the first condition. So okay, so let me take the first condition. When t minus 1 is lesser than or equal to -1. So I have drawn here for your understanding. Always, in signals, if you draw it and you understand it, it will be better. So this is your first signal. It is not moving, it is like constant, like a rock. And the second signal here, so t minus 1. So this is your first case here. Don't worry, just concentrate here. So t minus 1 is less than minus 1. So it's just like, so you have first signal here, sorry, it's first signal constant there. Then you're taking this second signal for different cases. So your first case is t minus 1 is lesser than minus 1. Okay. So what is the overlapping area? You have to see. So the overlapping area is from minus 1 to 1, because only from here to here it is overlapping. So other space it is pure white, it is not overlapping. So answer will be 0. So what is your convolution expression says? So your convolution y of t is equal to x of t convolution h of t, which is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x of tau into h of t minus tau d tau. Okay. So what will be our integration from what is the overlapping area here? From minus 1 to 1. So that is your overlapping area. So we have to take from minus 1 to 1. But I will split it into two parts, because we have a different value here, minus 1, and here you have as 2. So I'm going to split the integration. Don't worry, you'll just observe here. So first one, it will be from minus 1 to 0. So what we have, x of tau into h of t minus tau. So what is the value of x of tau? It is minus 1 into h of t minus tau. So its value is 3. So the first part, so this part I have written here. Then with respect to d tau you are integrating, plus integral from, what is the second part you are integrating from? 0 to 1. So 0 to 1, what's the value of x of tau? It is 2 and h of tau is 3. So 3 into d tau. So we are calculating the second area. So which I am scribbling here. So this part is this second portion here. So this is your first portion. So we are going to find out the area. So what is the area here? So what is the integration? So minus 3 will become outside. So integral from minus 1 to 0, 1 d tau is nothing but tau. So what is the range? From minus 1 to 0. Then here 3 2s are 6, and integral 0 to 1, 1 into d tau is integral is tau. So what is the range? From 0 to 1. So if you solve this, you'll get answer as 3. Just you have to substitute 0 minus 1 and 1 minus 0. So it will be 6 minus 3. It will be as 3. So this is the first case. So second case, what it will be? So you have to move this. So this is like the grills of the window. So the red signal will be as it is. For the second case, we are moving this blue signal to this part. So I will show you neatly. Don't worry. Okay. So in the second case, you just observe here. So you have your first signal here. So this is your first signal. So second signal, I'm moving here, so that I'll get the area for different cases. Then I can get my y of t easily. Okay. So what is your second case? So where is the overlapping region? From t minus 1. Why t minus 1? Because your h of tau, h of t minus tau, it starts from t minus 1. If you go to the first page, so we have got here h of t minus tau starting from t minus 1. So that is your second signal. Okay. So that from there up till 1, we have to get them integration. So this is your overlapping region. Okay. So this is your first region and this is your second region. So how can we write this? Y of t is equal to integral from t minus 1 to 0. Then our second integral varies from 0 to 1. So what is the value of x of tau here? It is minus 1 and h of tau is 3. So this value, it will not change, right? Value is same. And here also it is 2 and it is 3 here. So this is your integration. So this is your case 2. And observe, what I have written here, for t minus 1 is greater than minus 1 and t minus 1 is less than 0. So this is your second case. So this you should write, okay. So h of tau when t minus 1 is greater than 0 and t minus 1 is less than 0. So what will be our integration here? So it will be minus 3 integral of tau varies from t plus so t minus 1 to 0, because minus 3 I will take it outside. Integral of 1 d tau is tau. It varies from t minus 1 to 0. Then 3 2s are 6. What is integral 0 to 1 d tau? It is tau, and the range from 0 to 1. So what you will get if you solve this, you should get as 3t plus 3. Okay, so this thing you can do, just substitute it and get the values. Okay, so we will go to our third case. As I said, this red signal represent the grills of the window and you're just moving the second signal, blue signal. What will be your third case? It should lie from between 0 and 1. Okay, so let me take the third case. So this is your third case. So first case it was here. Second case, 1 minute, let me use this green color. First case it was here, this blue signal. Second case it was here. Third case it is here. Fourth case it will be outside. So for different cases we are doing, that's it. So wherever it overlaps here, so from t minus 1 to 1, so this area it is overlapping. So we have to find the area from t minus 1 to 1. So your y of t will be equal to integral t minus 1 to 1, because you can observe here what is the overlapping area between the two signal. Only in this part it overlaps, right? So I am taking only that area from t minus 1 to 1. Then what is the value of x of tau? It is 2, and h of tau it is 3. So this with respect to d tau. So 6 into tau, what is the limit? T minus 1 to 1. So this you have to solve, this integration, and case you have to write properly when t minus 1 is greater than 0 and t minus 1 is lesser than 1. So you can observe here your t minus 1 is greater than 0 and it is lesser than 1. So this is your third case. Then what is your fourth case? It will be outside. So let me take the fourth case for you. Okay. Okay. Case 4 I have not written, but I'll write it here itself. Case 4, when t minus 1 is greater than 1. I'm not going to plot it because this lies outside, right? This will be, so this blue signal, it will be outside. So your red signal will be here. So there's no point of, plotting that, because, obviously it's going to lie outside, and your output integration y of t will be equal to 0, because there is no overlapping at all. This your second signal lies outside and your first signal will be here. So these are the four cases. So these are the four cases you have to get. Okay, so what we have done, we will see once again. So they will ask you to compute the convolution of two signal. So that time what you have to do, x of t they will given and h of t they will given. Usually this x of t you have to plot it first, then this signal we have to take the signal like which is bounded so that it remains constant, and your h of t whatever they have given you have to simplify, and we have to take h of tau, h of minus tau, and h of t minus tau. Why I am doing this step? Because your convolution expression says that. So convolution of two signal is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of tau into h of t minus tau d tau. So we have x of tau here, we have h of t minus tau here. Then for different cases I have to solve. So for first case, so I will take the signal here. Then when t minus 1 is lesser than minus 1, what is the overlapping area? So that area you have to find the convolution, or like area between this overlapping areas you have to find. So that is nothing but your convolution. So that is from minus 1 to 0 and from 0 to 1. So that is your case 1. Second case I am moving it to from minus 1 to 0. Between these two I have varied. Then the third case I will vary between 0 and 1, and I will get the area. Fourth case, it will be outside, it will be equal to 0. So this is how you do convolution. So using the same technique, we will solve another problem so that you can get a better idea. Okay. So I have plotted again. I'm saying I have plotted this because you know, it will save our time. You can understand easily. You can use this as your you know, as a notes. When you use it, it will be neat. Okay. Otherwise, if I draw and keep on drawing, it will take time. So what is the question they have asked? You have x of t is equal to 2 into u of t plus 1 minus u of t minus 1. So this one we can directly plot it. Okay. And h of t is equal to 3 into u of t minus u of t minus 3. So the question is to compute the convolution, so that they will give in the exam, compute the convolution of two signal, and they have given you x of t and h of t. So first thing what you have to do, you have to write the mathematical expression and draw the signal. Second one, for second signal you have to write the mathematical expression, draw the signal, then get h of tau, h of minus tau, and h of t minus tau. So why should we get that? Y of t is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x of tau into h of t minus tau. So x of tau we will get directly from this expression, first signal here. So this is our first signal, and h of t minus tau. So we have to do these steps to get our h of t minus tau. So let us, you know, understand the things and solve step by step. So what do we have here? We have x of t is equal to 2. How can we write the mathematical expression? So your t varies from minus 1 to plus 1. So your t varies from minus 1 to 1. Why? Because you have your signal u of t plus 1. So here it will come. And u of t minus 1. So it starts from 1. So you minus this from this. What do you end up? You'll end up with this signal here. So you minus this one, minus 2, you'll get this one. So I have written directly. So your signal varies from minus 1 to 1. X of t is equal to 2. So this is how do you plot your first signal. Okay. So this one you have to practice, otherwise you'll not get it. Okay. Just, you know, write it once. Write it once, twice. You solve many problems, you'll get it. So this is your x of tau. Then h of tau. So again it is equal to 3 from t is equal to 0 to t is equal to plus 3, because u of t minus u of t minus 3. So using that one, first what we have to write? We have to write them mathematical expression. So h of t is equal to 3 for t varies between 0 to 3, otherwise it is equal to 0. So now what we have to do? We have to get h of tau, then h of minus tau, then h of t minus tau. So h of tau. So t varies from 0 to 3 and its magnitude is 3. So this from the mathematical expression I have plotted. How do we get h of minus tau? It is just the reflection. So if you fold it like a kerchief, it will go to the left hand side and we'll get 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So this one we have understood in the concept of folding there. Okay. So this is your h of minus tau. Then h of t minus tau, how do I get it? Just I will do t minus 3, t minus 2, t minus 1 and t. So for this x-axis, I am going to do that. So we have got our first signal x of tau and second signal h of t minus tau. So what we have to do? First signal, we have to like, grills, we have to keep it constant, and second signal, we have to move it and get them area. So that is the meaning of the, you know, convolution here. We are taking the integral. Why we are taking the integral? Because we are calculating the area. So that is the significance. If you see the expression here, y of t is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x of tau into h of t minus tau. So h of t minus tau is this signal, x of tau is this signal. Then why I'm doing this all the other cases is I'm finding the areas for different cases. So that's it. So using this expression, I'm getting all the things done. Okay. If you remember the concept and, you know, this formula easily, you will get the, you know, motive why I'm doing this problem. Okay. So keep this mind, keep in your mind the first signal and second signal. So let us solve for different cases. Okay. So case one. So you have the first signal here. So this is your 3. I'm going to draw here, and your second signal here. So is there any overlapping here when t is less than 1? So this is your t and t minus 3, and this is your minus 1 and 1. So this is your first signal which is constant, and this is your second signal which is moving like the window. So for case 1, when t is lesser than minus 1, there is no overlapping. Therefore, your output y of t is equal to 0. So this one we have got from this expression. Then case 2, when t is greater than minus 1 and t is lesser than 1. So you observe this one. So this is your second signal. So this is your first signal which is constant. I have moved it from from this place to this place here. So what is the overlapping area here? So from minus 1 to 0, you have to find the area. So what will be your y of t? Y of t is equal to integral from minus 1 up till how much? Up till not 0. It is t, because minus 1 to t, the second signal. Okay. From minus 1 to t, what is your x of tau? It is 2, and your second signal h of t minus tau, it is 3 d tau. So if you solve this, you will get 6, and integral of 1 is tau within the limits minus 1 to t. So you will get as 6 t minus of minus 1, which is t plus 1, which is equal to 6t plus 6. So what I have done, I have just calculated the integration of the overlapping area. So what will be our second case? Here there will be a twist for you. Okay. So here many people will not understand. So the second case, you see, the first signal is the bigger signal. Okay, and second signal is your chota signal. It varies from minus 1 to 1. This range from 0 to 3, like that you can take it. So what it does, it overshadows your small signal. So this is like your bada signal 3, and this is your chota signal. So when a bada person is stands in front of chota person, when I'm moving here, so the second case is it's overlapping, like it's covering this one. So what is the area? So area is from minus 1 to 1. So this is the area of overlapping. So what is our integration? Y of t is equal to integral minus 1 to 1, and what is your x of t? X of tau, it is 2. H of t minus tau is 3 into d tau. So it is equal to 6. So your tau varies from minus 1 to 1. So if you solve this, you have to get as 6 to the 12. So this one 6 of 1 minus of minus 1. Okay. So this is your second case. Always remember, you have to write this condition when t is greater than 1 and t minus 3 is less than minus 1. So always, you have to write this expression for different cases. Okay. Then what is our fourth case? Fourth case, it's going outside. So when it's going outside, so what is this area of overlapping? From t minus 3 to 1. So this is your t, this is your t minus 3. What is the overlapping here? From t minus 3 to 1, it is overlapping. So first you have to write the expression when t minus 3 is greater than minus 1 and t minus 3 is lesser than 1. So whether this condition is true? Yes. So what is your overlapping area? Y of t is equal to integral t minus 3 up till 1. So what is the overlapping area? You have to substitute the limit here. So what is your x of tau? It is 2 into h of t minus tau. It is 3 d tau. This is equal to 6 into 1 minus of t minus 3. Okay. So if you solve this, you will get 24 minus 60. So this is your area under this overlapping area. Then case 5. What is your case 5? It should be outside. So let me see whether I have written that case 5. No. Okay. So case 5 I will write here itself. So case 5. So your t minus 3 will be greater than or equal to 1, because this will be your x of tau. So it will range from minus 1 to 1, and your h of tau signal, it will be here. So your t minus 3 will be greater than 1, then your y of t is equal to 0. So that case, you should write, but did not draw because it will be outside, overlapping will be 0. So let us go through this once again and understand again. So yeah, so we have our two signals here, x of t and h of t. So x of t is equal to 2 into u of t plus 1 minus u of t minus 1. So what we have to get, we have to get the mathematical expression. So x of t is equal to 2 from t is equal to minus 1 to 1 and is equal to 0 otherwise. Then what you have to do, you have to plot the signal and take, which is bounded as stationary. So here we can take this signal as stationary and the second signal h of t to be moving. So h of t is equal to 3 from t varies from 0 to 3. How did I get that? Because it is u of t minus u of t minus 3. Then we have to get h of tau, then h of minus tau, then h of t minus tau. It's just like we have to fold it and we have to shift it. So that one. So x of tau we have got, h of t minus tau. Then what is remaining? We have to get the area. So for one signal, we have to keep it like window grills, and second signal, this is your window and this is your grill. So window grill. So what we will only move the window, grills will be there. So we are going to get the area for different cases. Case 1, it is outside, y of t is equal to 0. Then case 2, when it is greater than minus 1 and less than 1. So this is the overlapping area. So write y of t, the limits from minus 1 to t. Then get x of tau, h of t minus tau, d tau. Then case 3. Case 3, what happens? The second signal, it overshadows it. So we have to take whatever it's overlapping from minus 1 to 1 and get the area. Then what we have to do? Case 4. Case 4 is that it's going outside. So this window, it's moving and coming to this point. So what is the overlapping here? From minus t minus 3 to 1. So last case, it's outside. Then y of t will be equal to 0. Okay. Always, write all the conditions here, all the expressions, everything you have to write. Okay. And understand the things on. Okay. Always when you solve signals, you just see once what is the procedure, how do you solve it, and write it once. Otherwise, you will not get it. Okay. You have to write and practice it. Okay. So this was the two problems which I took on convolution. So now let me go to the self-learning component. Okay. So actually we should not teach this one. It's your it's your duty to learn, but I'm so since it might be difficult for you, so I'm explaining you this one. Okay. So they'll give you the difference equation and they will tell you to find them direct form 1 and direct form 2. Okay. So this will be your differential equation. So what is your differential equation here? Y of n minus half into y of n minus 1 minus 1 by 4 into y of n minus 3 is equal to x of n plus half into x of n minus 1. So there will be a separate SLE component in your exam for 10 marks. At the last question, it will be like that. So this might be one of the question. Okay. So what you have to do is, so for this, you have to express in terms of y of n, blindly express in terms of y of n. So they will give one expression and what you have to do, blindly express in terms of y of n. So how can we write y of n as, so y of n is equal to x of n. So x of n, let it be as it is, plus half into x of n minus 1. So let me take this minus half y to the y into n minus 1 to the right hand side. What it will become? Plus half into y of n minus 1. So this minus 1 by 4 into y of n minus 3, I will take it to the right side. What it will become? Plus 1 by 4 into y of n minus 3. So you may wonder why I am writing like this. Okay. So so this is n minus 2. Okay. So let it be n minus 2. If I take n minus 3, I have to write another block. Okay. Don't worry about that. When I solve, you'll get. So why I'm writing like this, you'll understand now. So you can express this differential equation in two form. One is direct form 1 and another one is direct form 2. So how can we express this signal in direct form 1? I will show you. So please observe whatever I'm writing here. So first I'll write direct form 1. Okay. So how do you get this direct form 1? So first what you have to do is you have to write a summation here. Okay. Then what you have to do is x of n you write on the left hand side and y of n you have to write on right hand side. So now what we have got here, x of n. So what you do is draw a line and you represent the magnitude with the help of arrow. So here the magnitude of x of n is 1, right? So write here 1. So 1 into x of n. Then what you have got? Half into x of n minus 1. So what is x of n minus 1? X of n minus 1 is nothing but a delay. So how can you write that one? So use this technique. So you write here S. What does this S represent? So this S represent means you are passing this x of n through this S. So your output here it will be x of n minus 1. So this box does that. Okay. So here you have got as x of n minus 1. So don't write it. So for your understanding, I'm writing it here. So we have got half into x of n minus 1. So we will, 1 minute, sorry for that. Yeah. So we will connect this one here. So what have we got? We have got as half into x minus 1. So what are the things we have got here? X of n and its magnitude is 1. So I have drawn this arrow. Then we have got x of n minus 1. So x of n is there. I'll pass through this box. I'll get a delay of x of n minus 1. Then you multiply this half and give it to this one. So we have got this part done. X of n plus half into x of n minus 1. Then we will go to the right hand side part. So again the same technique. So we have here y of n. So what I will do? I will draw a line directly here. It's going to the summation y of n. Then we have got y of n minus 1. So it is a delay. So I have a delay here. Then what is the magnitude after the delay? It is half. So here it will be as half. So y of n here after passing it, it becomes y of n minus 1. So here in your question you have half into y of n minus 1. So I'll pass through this delay and I'll multiply by half and I'll give it to this sigma. Then what do you have? 1 by 4 into y of n minus 2. So again I have to pass through another delay because y of n minus 1 is one delay. Another delay is this s. So here you'll get as y of n minus 2. And then what is the magnitude you have to multiply? You have to multiply by 1 by 4. So it is 1 by 4 you have to multiply. So this is nothing but your direct form 1. So what have we done? So first express in terms of y of n and take the expression all the expression to the right hand side, left hand side should be your y of n. Then see this x of n, 1 into x of n. So I have written this one line. Then half into x of n minus 1. So I pass through this delay box. Then I will get half you have to multiply. So this is your x of n minus 1. Then what you have got? Y of n. So 1. Then half into y of n minus 1. So I have passed through the delay. I will get y of n minus 1. So then I have multiplied by half. Then y of n minus 2. Again I pass through another delay. I will get y of n minus 2 into 1 by 4. So this is your direct form 1. So to understand this theory, you learn that. But this is the easy way to understand things. Okay. So keep always simple things. Okay. So this is your direct form 1. So direct form 2, how can you do it? So direct form 2 you can get directly from this direct form 1. So direct form 2. Okay. How can I get my direct form 2? So what you do is write this sigma and another sigma here, and left side again it is x of n and right side y of n. Okay. So how many maximum number of delay you have? Here it is 1 and 2. Here it is 1. So maximum you have 2 delays. So write that in the middle. So we will write first delay here and second delay here. Okay, just understand what I'm doing here, so it will be easy. So see this arrow. So this one, x of n, it's going left side as 1 and right side as half. So this one, it is going on right side as 1 and left side as half. So just I'm expressing in other form, that's it. So you have 1 here and half here, so I have expressed here. Then you have 1 half and 1 by 4 going to the left side. So if this is Mangalore and if this Mysore, I'm going from Mangalore to Mysore on the left route. So 1 and this is half and this is 1 by 4. So this is your nothing but your direct form 2. So now you have got your direct form 1 and direct form 2 easily. So what I have done, so first write this 2 sigma, write x of n, y of n, then count the number of delay. So we have maximum delay as 2. So write that box, and seeing this direct form 1, so x of n is going towards the sigma as 1 and half. So I have taken as 1 and half, and these things are going to the left side, 1 half 1 by 4. So 1 half 1 by 4. So from direct form 1 only I am getting this direct form 2. So we need not remember how to get this direct form 2 using expressions and all. So this is the easy way to plot this direct form 1 and direct form 2. Okay, so now how do you get this direct form 1 and direct form 2. So let me take another example, so that for you it will be easy to understand when you're reading for your final exam. Okay. Okay, so realize the following difference equation into direct form 1 and direct form 2. So you have your expression here, 3y of n plus sorry, this should be 2 y of n minus 1 plus 1 by 4 into y of n minus 2 is equal to x of n plus x of n minus 2. So what I told you, we have to express this expression in terms of y of n. So I'll write as y of n. So I'll take green color. Okay, so that you will understand properly. Okay, so y of n is equal to 1 by 3. Okay, into x of n minus 1. So the first expression I'm expressing in terms of y of n. So 1 by 3 into x of n minus 2. Then this will go to the right hand side, minus 2 by 3 into y of n minus 1. Then minus 1 by 12, because 1 by 4 it is there, and divide by 3. So 1 by 12 into y of n minus 2. So now we have got our expression in terms of y of n and y of n on the left hand side, and right side all the other terms. Now we will write our direct form 1 on the left hand side and direct form 2 on the right hand side. So let me write direct form 1 here. So what technique I told you? So first you have to write x of n, then one summation here, then y of n. Okay, so first we will plot this x of n. So we have x of n minus 1 and x of n minus 2. We do not have any connection for x of n. So let me leave blank for x of n. I will not connect any arrow here. Then what we have got, x of n minus 1. So this is a delay. X of n minus 1 I have got. Then what I have to do, I have to multiply by this 1 by 3 and give to the summation. So this is your 1 by 3 into x of n minus 1. Then what you have to do, 1 by 3 into x of n minus 2. So here you will get x of n minus 1. I'll pass it through another delay block. Here I will get as x of n minus 2. So this x of n minus 2 I have to multiply it by 1 by 3 again. So this is your x of n minus 2 multiplied by 1 by 3. Okay, so you have to draw with a pencil and scale. So since I'm using this tab here, so it will be difficult for me to draw straight lines. Okay, then what have we got here, y of n. So one straight line, y of n, then minus 2 by 3 into y of n minus 1. So y of n minus 1, so here you will get y of n minus 1. I have passed it through the delay, then multiply that by minus 2 by 3 and give it here. So you are multiplying it by minus 2 by 3 and giving it to the summation. Then y of n minus 2 into minus 1 by 12. So again you have to pass through a delay. So here you will get as y of n minus 2 and it is multiplied by minus 1 by 12. So you multiply by minus 1 by 12 and give it here. So this is your direct form 1. So from direct form 1 we can get direct form 2. Okay. So I'll write here direct form 2 on the right hand side. So for direct form 2, what did I tell you guys? So first you have to write x of n here, y of n here, then one summation, another summation here. Okay. Then what is the maximum number of delays we have? 1, 2. Here also it is 1 and 2. So two boxes, two delays here, 1 and 2. Okay. Now this from I told you the route from so if you consider this as Mangalore and this as Mysore, I'm going from Mangalore to Mysore. So here x of n minus 1 will pass through 1 by 3 and we have to give it to y of n. So same thing. So 1 by 3 same thing. Okay. And here x of n minus 2, this will go here as 1 by 3. I'm just shifting here. So these two going from left to right to the sigma, same thing I'm writing here. Then all the three things should come here. So here this one is 1 into y of n and this one is minus 2 by 3. Okay. So it is ulta. Here it is Mangalore here it is Mysore here. I'm going from right to left. Okay. And then here it is minus 1 over 12. Okay. So this is how you get your direct form 1 and direct form 2 easily. And for self learning there will be a question for your final exam, so you can refer to this and you can get easily. Okay. So I have solved another problem also. Okay. So they'll give us d square by dt square plus 5 dy by dt plus 4y of t is equal to x of t plus 3 dx by dt. Do not panic that time. You have to express in terms of y of t. That's it. So you have to integrate once, then you'll get this expression. Again you integrate, you will get y of t because there is d square y by dt square. So I have integrated twice to get my final solution as y of t. There it was summation. No, there it was x of n minus. There it was discrete time signal. Here it is continuous time signal. That's it. So this integral from minus infinity to t you have to take. Then express in terms of y of t. There I have expressed in terms of y of n. Get this expression. So integral minus infinity to t and this double integral means this is one delay. Here there is two delay. Here there is one delay and there is two delay. Okay. So let me go to next page. Okay. First write the expression in terms of y of t is equal to 3 integral minus infinity to t x of t dt, then integral minus infinity to t 2 times x of t dt. So this is your expression here. So your direct form one, what we have to do, x of t, y of t, write it as it is and one sigma here. So if you observe here, one, this one integration means one delay. So s and pass it through this 3. So this 3 I have written here. Then 2 double integration means it is delayed by 2 times. Then we are magnitude here is 1. So I have multiplied by 1 and I have given here. Then minus, so 1 into y of t. So this is 1 into y of t. 1 times delay and multiply by minus 5. I have multiplied by minus 5 and here also minus 4. And for direct form 2, again, two summation left and right, write x of t on the left, y of t on the right, then count the maximum number of delay, it is 2. So 2 delays. And you are going to shift this minus 3 to 1, whatever I said from Mangalore to Mysore, that route you are taking here. And from left to right, whatever is there, you are, plotting the same thing. It's just you are getting direct form 2 from 1 easily. Okay. So based on that, I have given you some one homework problem. So if you understood those three problems, you can solve this. So it is reverse case I have given here. I have given you the block diagram and you have to find the differential equation. So my purpose is to to get a wide variety of problems so that you'll get to know wide, to get the understand the subject easily. It will be easy for you. Then I have given some homework problem regarding this convolution. Okay. So make sure you